search for the next Chancellor began. We asked students what they hope to see in the next Chancellor.
We're calling that on the new Chancellor to just support public education, to present a plan, how he's going to fight for public education.
The national search for UC Berkeley's Chancellor began with the appointment of a 17-member search committee comprised of university faculty, staff, students, alumni, and foundation representatives. But not all students in the Berkeley community knew of the Chancellor search process.
I know there's probably a committee and they're probably interviewing people, but beyond that, I have no idea.
The advisory committee was involved in the screening of applications and the interviews.
I haven't really looked that much into it, but I do know there is some student involvement. It's small, but at least that's also another step in the right direction.
In order to channel the concerns, issues, and voices of the students to the search committee, undergraduate student representative Sharia Abbasi and graduate student representative Bahar Nawab participated actively in the advisory committee.
We also met with the GA's delegate body and the senators and asked them for feedback, and we also created a web blog that had a input box in case people wanted to give us additional feedback and had our contact info.
When Chancellor Birgeneau announced that he'd be stepping down, for some students, this came as a shock.
I was surprised, certainly. I didn't know that, it was on his plan to step down right away, but at the same time, he's done an excellent job.
The Blue and Gold Opportunity Plan, that was a great contribution of his to the university.
Many agreed that Birgeneau contributed to the campus during his 8-year term. Some students also criticized his leadership in the November 9th Occupy Cal protest.
Many of the members of our organization, they were brutalized by the police department, the University of California Police Department. Our organization, BAM, immediately called for the resignation of Chancellor Birgeneau.
The response the campus had was definitely inappropriate, and I think Birgeneau's handling of that was not the best. But at the same time, he has been helpful and has been a representative and advocate for students on things like the DREAM Act and other big issues.
The committee's first meeting was on May 4th. And over the past months, the Chancellor Search Committee has received hundreds of nominations.
We're looking for someone that's not only going to be emphasizing fundraising and those opportunities, but also looking at additional ways to generate revenue for the school and to be creative about our financial restrictions and how we spend money on campus.
Also in terms of academic diversity, right? Our past chancellors have had a certain track record of being from a certain field. That was a factor we took into consideration. We want someone who brings in a new taste maybe or a new flavor to Berkeley.
A history of leadership and decision making, and effective commitment to progress are a few of the many essential qualities that members of the faculty subcommittee hope to see in the candidate, according to the Berkeley Chancellor Search website. During the search process, names of potential candidates were not released, and some students wonder why it was a very confidential process.
It was something that was emphasized quite heavily to us that we have to keep things confidential. Some of the candidates won't apply or won't come in for an interview if they think there's a chance of their name being leaked, and their current employer finding out, etc.
Steve Montiel, Media Relations Director of the UC Office of the President, said in an email that President Udolph expects to announce his choice before Thanksgiving. It is anticipated that Chancellor Birgeneau would continue to serve until his successor assumes the position. Tune in later this month when we figure out the outcome of the decision. For CalTV, this is Yeona Choi.